Welcome to Make Something with me, David Picciuto, and today we're gonna make this restaurant-style trash bin. Check it. I've gone ahead and picked up 2 sheets of cherry plywood. If you're wondering, cherry plywood costs $64 for a 4x8 sheet. This is one of those projects where you cut all the pieces up front, so it should go together pretty quick. Here we go. So now that all of our pieces are cut, we're gonna drill pocket holes. The whole thing is going to be assembled with pocket hole screws. It's the quickest and easiest way to do this kind of job. The drill fell off the bench and it bent the drill bit. So now we gotta go send Dan out to go get a new one. Dan is back. Wouldn't that be great if I bent that one too? Now all the pocket holes are drilled on the 2 side pieces. The front end's gonna be rounded over. So I'm just gonna use this can of wax to draw my round over. And then we're gonna cut that out with a We're working with plywood, and plywood has ugly edges. In a case like this, we're going to use some iron-on edge banding. And so let's get our rough length here. Then this fun little guy trims the excess. So before we assemble this, I'm going to sand everything because it'll be easier now as everything is flat and easy to get to. I don't think I've ever done this, but I'm going to put on the first coat of shellac before assembling. I think it's going to go quicker and easier. And even though you're not supposed to use foam brushes with shellac, I've never had an issue. So we got this clamped up, no glue. We're gonna screw it together. If we wanna add glue at a later date, we can. I don't think I'm going to. We'll treat it as knockdown furniture. Let's get the screw started first. For the lid flap, I want to use the carpet pattern in the hotel from the movie The Shining. So I need to recreate that in Adobe Illustrator, and to learn how to do that, I'm using this course in Skillshare. There are a bunch of great tutorials, so I'll start off with the path, shapes, and lines to get the basic design down, and then I'll use the pattern lesson to learn how to make it seamlessly repeat. And today's sponsor is Skillshare. It's an online learning community for creators with more than 25,000 classes in design, business, and more. A premium membership gives you unlimited access so you can join the classes and communities that are just right for you. Whether you want to fuel your curiosity, creativity, or even career, Skillshare is the perfect place to keep you learning and thriving. And Skillshare is super affordable. An annual subscription is less than $10 a month. Make your woodworking projects even better by joining more than 7 million creators learning with Skillshare. The first 500 of you will get a 2-month free trial. All right. Let's get back to this garbage bin. So now we're gonna create some laser marquetry for the flap. So last night I took some maple veneer and then dyed them. I've never done this before, but it came out pretty good. They're completely dry now. The dyes are water-based, and so it kind of made them curl a little bit, but I think we will be fine. So I'm gonna go stick this in the laser and start cutting out our pieces. Now we're just piecing everything together piece by piece, just kind of loose, taping it all together. And then once we get it all taped together, we can then glue that down to the board. So now I have two halves, and we're just going to tape them together, line up that seam. The reason I have two halves is the limitation of my laser cutter. This is 21 inches wide, and my laser cutter only does 19.5 inches wide. Ooh, look at that. We're gonna use contact cement. We'll put a layer on there, we'll put a layer on there, let it dry, get tacky, and should be an instant bond. I really dislike using this stuff because it stinks so bad. So wear a mask. And if you ever do this on solid wood, you have to veneer both sides, otherwise it will curl on you. I should be okay with this plywood. The plywood's thick enough where it's not gonna curl on me. Kind of gives you a preview of what it's gonna look like when we get finish on there. I think the best way to approach this is to put that down and then this on top of that. And once it touches, we should be good. So that took about an hour and a half to piece all that together. Now we can start taking the tape off and revealing the magic. And once again, going to edge band the edges. Now that we got that assembled, we have our flap made here. That's going to be attached with a piano hinge so it can push in. Now we need to make our door. The door needs to be 1/4 inch smaller than the opening to give us a 1/8 inch space along the side. And we want to cover up this piece and then cover up this piece. So we will cut that next over in the table saw. Then we'll do some final finishing and then slap everything together. So I learned quickly that sanding kind of revealed the natural color of the wood because the dye didn't penetrate far enough. So now I'm just kind of evening it out. It has that kind of worn old look to it. It's one of those things you just go with the flow. So now let's throw some finish on there. That did not turn out the way it was supposed to. We got some of the darker dust into the lighter areas. We've sanded below the dye, but now we have this, I guess, cool worn look. It is what it is. We went with the flow. I did end up remaking the door where I didn't sand it and get the dark dye into the lighter areas. I also screwed this one up with epoxy, so this one looks so much better. I didn't do any sanding after I dyed it, just coats of spray lacquer, and it kept that nice look. Like that's the difference between the two. Most of you probably recognize this pattern. It's from the movie The Shining, from that famous carpet scene. Eventually have 2 bins in there, so when you open it up, you can choose trash or recycling. This is gonna live right here in my shop. Another thing I need to fix is the door doesn't hang completely flat. It wants to set back a little bit, so I need to come up with some sort of spring solution to push it forward a little bit. If you have any ideas, let me know down in the comments. I'm curious to hear what you think of this. Do you like the classic restaurant style look? And if you're gonna have this in your home, what design elements would you change to make it fit in your home? I hope you like this build. If you think so, give me that thumbs up, and we'll see you again next week with a brand new project. As always, be safe, have fun, stay passionate, and make something.